create space, Stone Gaze to really prevent them from getting their attacks off, and then massive magical damage that their heroes are not that good at coping with, especially a hero like TA, who is great at blocking individual instances of damage, but not so much damage over time, is playing against a Skywrath Ultimate and Blade Fury. Yeah. Her shield or refraction is going to vanish very quickly if they get that opener. But we're going to see. I like Rave's lineup a lot, and I think if they play it properly, they can do it. At the same time, well, I don't really feel like there's a clear favorite in the draft, whereas in many of the other games, I've had a team I just thought was going to look better. But
how many instances of damage does Mystic's Flare do?
I actually don't know.
I think it's every like point. I want to say 0.2 seconds.
So it hits 12 times, you think?
That's what I think.
I think it's every 0.1 maybe, but that might be...
Well, either way, yeah, I mean, obviously you're right about the refraction. I just was wondering how fast it would go away, because there's only, like at level 4, it's 6 instances of damage.
Let's see, if it's every 0.1, then it would deal 24 instances for a total of 600 damage, which would mean each instance is still high enough to break a refraction charge. So, regardless, the refraction will be gone, then it's about how much damage you do after it, but no matter what.
That's why he's going to get magic missiled. They can try to block with eventual precision.
They get the cast. That's really important. That's first blood.
Hits.
Just kidding.
Bristleback's going to go for it. One more quick spray. Right click will do it for Jay. He's going to take the tower as well. Great call by Cinder. This is why you're a professional player. Oh, wait.
I knew that was... Oh, right.
Let's go over the lineup, shall we? Ice. The real Ice. Been casting a lot of Ice lately. Going to be playing the Clockwerk off lane. Super's going to be playing mid as the Medusa. FY as the Skywrath Mage. Joining him bottom will be Fenrir on the Lion. And Black Juggernaut with the worst set I've ever seen, because it's not a set at all.
Is that a man ASMR voice?
I don't know. Do you like it? Do you feel tingling down your spine?
Actually not. But it could have worked, but didn't really work on me. For Rave, we've got Ryo here. Ryo will be playing as Axe in the top lane. In the jungle. Currently moving toward the Axe. It's going to be MB.
Oh, you got me already. You got me at hello. You got me.
I never said hello. It's JR. Will be playing as Temple. On the spot.
You're talking a little bit too soft. I'm a little bit too monotone. We work great together.
With cast on the Witch Doctor, ready to drop some of them casts.
What if
it's a cast
into like a golf cast? That is kind of a golf cast. What if there was just we just did an entire match like that? It's actually quite relaxing. The question is, how would you do team fights? Like, yeah, there's a rampage. That's how, it's just nothing changes. The mood never changes. It's a very relaxing experience. It could be good for the newer people that want to get into Dota, just not...
It's kind of interesting to do that experiment and see how relevant hype is, because that's the least hype cast you can have. There's no excitement whatsoever. Oh, that was a great rampage. That means you killed the entire enemy team. You should do that on the newbie stream if you get to do that at TI5 again. Yeah. You should have done that at TI4.
Roshan
Purge has the perfect voice for that as well.
Maybe that's why they liked it so much. That's how he casts normally.
Yeah. I was about to say you missed an opportunity, but I guess you actually took it.
That's right.
Okay. Well, apart from the first blood that we saw, not too much has been happening so far. Rave looking fairly good on the top lane, especially with the Axe of Ryo playing against a melee hero that's very easy. Clock is still getting his, though. So
it is ice. I mean, this guy, I don't know how he does it. He finds farm. He finds a way to live. He is... I mean, we were talking about but creating a fake all-star team, which 5 players in the world you would like. And we were just talking about Western at the time, but if we talked about best offlaners, iceiceice is in the discussion for the entire world. And you agree with me?
Yes. He is very exceptional. It's just, he's one of those players where it kind of doesn't matter what hero he plays. He always seems to either, whether it's a farming offlaner, which he plays less regularly, or one of the very utility-based ones, he's good at finding or creating space, whatever he needs to do. Sometimes he will die, but a lot of the times it seems on
he has
purpose.
TP support as well this time. Battery Assault does not cog to keep Axe at bay. Fenrir gets the Impale onto Vengeful Spirit. I believe the Battery Assault and right clicks are going to be enough to get first blood. This is what we're talking. That's not first blood. God help us all. Fenrir on the run. One more spin. He'll get the kill. He's going to go for it. The tower is going to end up proccing, and down he goes. But Axe now in a precarious position, and by that I mean he's completely fine.
Still a precarious position.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
He gets a drive-by vitality booster. Passing through the shop.
Okay, right.
Oh, okay. I might as well, right?
That's convenient.
Yeah. Nice choice, of course. He could have got the Ring of Health, but what he obviously realizes is he would not be able to buy the Vitality Booster in the side shop, so this saves him some time. So.
Cask is
nice pickup. FY. Cast is going to be forced away. This bottom lane for Rave, let's try to take this perspective. Do you feel like they're accomplishing enough? They have 18 CAs on the Bristleback against the 22 of Black, so that's pretty good, but on paper, for me, this is a lane that Rave should actually be winning. Bristleback is very good against Juggernaut early on in the game in the laning stage, just keeps harassing him with quills. Juggernaut can't really deal with it that well. Witch Doctor, great lane support for harassment, and if you look over at Skywrath plus Juggernaut, whenever they engage, the concussive shot will always be hitting Bristle because Witch Doctor should be expected to be behind him. And that means the only hero they can even access is the Bristleback, and he'll just turn his back and run, and Juggernaut can't kill him with a spin. So I think Vici Gaming are winning the bot lane a bit more than they should, although it's fairly even. The top lane, Clockwerk, 12 CS plus a kill, a win for and they timed that perfectly.
iceiceice has cause, gonna force Quap out, has no mana to speak of if I caught me. Jesus. Help me, Sidney win. Axe is gonna live though, and here comes
turnaround.
Here comes Cast on the Witch Doctor. They're gonna do some nice blocks. Not gonna be enough to take out iceiceice, but yes, the last right split will do it. Through the restoration, keeping Axe healthy and alive. Fenrir, no mana to speak of, and everybody will walk away. Bunch of health pots placed upon the Axe.
Very nice assist from Cast, porting in there on the Witch Doctor, securing the situation.
That's gonna be.
What is?
Cast.
Yeah. Nice cast.
I guess it's like calling yourself a hero. Almost. You know? Actually, let's think of another one. Well, he casts a spell, he gets killed. It's like killed.
Nice die by die.
Yeah. Something like that. That's a decent example. Chrissy gonna get the bottom rune, has the empty bottle. We'll fill it with a double damage. And it's gonna come back bottom against that Juggernaut that you talked about. They're fine being 1v1, I suppose. It seems that they're fine because there's no more rotations. They're really focusing on this top lane. iceiceice is going to get a little bit more backup with the Skywrath main. Magic Missile, where the cogs are placed. Force Axe back yet again. Twice. That's a lot of mana wasted by Axe's over-aggression.
Does have someone on the stick, though, so we'll be able to... Oh, he gets the call, surprisingly.
Here's the Ancient Seal. iceiceice is going really deep.
Whoa!
The rocks are there for the counter Helix.
Okay, that was... I want to say fairly lucky on the spins. I've played this hero a lot, and that did seem less than average fortunate on the number of spins.
Average fortunate. Good to hear. Fenrir gets a nice impact. Black Omni Slash finishes off the Bristleback, and now Cast on the run.
Oh, the tree is fun. I don't think they would have pursued it anyway, but that was kind of funny. Right in front of Fenrir's face, the tree just pops up.
That's pretty good. I like that. And meanwhile, Super Mid, 42 last hits and 9 denies. He is doing really well. TA is 38-9, so not that far behind. It's just both of them are farming extremely well.
You kind of would expect TA to win this lane a bit, I guess, right? That's the thing. She has better base attack damage by far when she uses the refraction early on, whereas Super has to rely more on the Mystic Snake to farm, but I believe the a little bit of early rotation and pressure that was put at JO, but again, he got first blood though, JO, in the beginning before the lane the creeps even spawned. So I would have said
first call. He gets 1-2 counter healing spins. Hogs late. Still going to turn their aggression back on Axe. 2 TPs, both Fenrir and the Skywrath the mage. This is going to be enough. iceiceice might be in trouble as well.
They can kill this guy.
Continuing to run. He's going to get the Vanguard. Or maybe he's had that, actually. I don't know. Either way. He's completely sandwiched in. It takes 4 heroes to kill him. The wand keeps him alive even longer.
Finally. Wow.
Quite a bit of commitment. Black is the only one that wasn't helping out, but that's because he's free farming bot.
If that's a pub game, that's where you all chat team. Team. He guided them for so damn long. Got absolutely no help. Chrissy, is he gonna go for this dive? Looks like it. There's the spin though. Actually, not really doing anything whatsoever, but he dropped the healing ward. He has the stick charges. Gonna be just fine. Chrissy will be salving at the same time.
Yeah, what was the spin for? It takes off. It doesn't take off. Does it take off
goo? It takes off the slow from.
It doesn't take off the stacks of cool spray, right?
No.
Okay.
So, yeah, probably just trying to remove the goo and create a little bit of space and heal himself up. He's doing just fine again. So, I want to say still this laning phase going slightly better for Richie Gaming.
One magic missile might be enough. He's not the cogs and Dunkaroo for 2. And that's 1.
Oh, there were 2 as part of the kill.
Well, it's like a field goal. It's a 2-point. It's NBA. Okay, moving on.
You didn't even want to try to make it that small.
Dunkaroo for 2.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It just rhymes. You can't say Dunkaroo for 1. That just sucks.
Dunkaroo for 3.
Super. He's going to have his ult back up in 7 seconds. Buys a point booster, so might be rushing the Scotty.
What would a 3-point dunk look like?
Well, NBA Jam can answer that question for you. Ryo on the run from Axe. iceiceice is going to hook shot. Cogs to follow. Is there a swap? No, he's not level 16. 1 creep away. That is really unfortunate. A lot of heroes backing up iceiceice against Axe. He's not able to get the Calling Blade off because of the Ancient Seal Silence. And with that, they take home a kill. There was a TP support from Cast, I believe. Unless he was just in the vicinity and ran, but nice kill. A lot of rotations this game. Very early rotations.
Yeah, both teams are really looking to find some key kills as Juggernaut finds Chrissy. Will be using the stick, though.
He's fine.
He's fine. He could turn this on Black, slows him down, but Black has phase boots, and Chrissy doesn't really want to chase into the Radiant jungle, which is perfectly understandable in that situation. So he's going to be heading back to the Ancient. He'll be clearing this out. Probably going to get him fairly close to level 9, I believe. It's not enough for the full level up. Especially not if he shares it with Cast,
Witch Doctor. It's like, I'm level 4. Look at my face. Just look at this portrait. I can't even. It's like wearing a bag over your face. You know you're hideous when you have to do that.
It is pretty similar to wearing a bag over your face. He's wearing one in front of his face.
Yeah. That's right. He couldn't afford the full bag.
Dire's middle tower
he just got a piece of cardboard taped down his forehead. Super. Gonna find Jo. TPing in. Gets a trap off. Howl of Terror as well.
Swap is still not available.
Wow, he still hasn't got that 1 creep. That is unfortunate.
He really didn't want it.
He wasn't in range anyway. The level 1 swap is pretty underwhelming as far as range is concerned.
Almost 600.
Radiant's top tower is under
700,
attack.
never mind.
Hook shot's available. But he's going to go back to top lane iceiceice. Bottom lane in the meantime, Black and FY. Where's Black going? His favorite is saving for something. We got some TP support top. Axe again. This is like a rewind of earlier engagement. He's just going to attempt to run away. Has the Vanguard, of course.
He's going to live.
Wow.
Clockwerk used the hook shot already. I don't know how they didn't manage to TP reinforce early enough, because if you land the hook shot, that should be an easy cog, but...
Swap is up. Oh boy. Trap is going to separate. Theme of things. FY gets a nice silence off, but just doesn't do anything. He gets sandwiched in by the majority of Rave's lineup. And this tier 1 tower will be going bye-bye. Axe in the meantime. They know they're all bottom, so I'm surprised they're not getting a little bit more aggressive through mid. Of course, like you said, Hookshot is down for another 30 seconds. And Omnislash, I didn't realize Omnislash was still down as well.
Yeah, it looks like Vici Gaming won't really be getting any sort of trade here. Well, they'll be pushing a little bit top, I guess, but not really too much going to come out of it. Bounty rune. Or who are they leaving that? They're leaving it for the TA. Okay. I think it's Roche time. If you're Rave, I think you have more than enough at this point. Melod level 3. You have Wave of Terror level 3. I guess, okay, they're going to wait for the medallion. She has the recipe very soon. Makes it easier, safer, and also allows them to protect their top tower, so they're not even trading. So, good choice overall.
There's a Quelling Blade for the Roche as well. On the Courier. That is not... That's Vici Gaming's Courier. Let's look at the other Courier shot.
Yep, that one... Oh, that one also has one.
Hook shot. Cogs on 2. Death Ward is up as well. He's the first to die in this game. It's Mystic Flare. Healing off the Vengeful Spirit right now to 2 for 1. FY now being run down. The Culling Blade Actually, he didn't
get it off.
He didn't get it off in time. He's actually doing a decent amount of damage to Chrissy. He's going to turn his back. He's fine with that. Super pops that ult.
Radiant's middle tower is under
And it's going
attack.
to break things up, it seems. This tier 1 tower, though, might not be so lucky. And without that ult from Medusa, I don't know if they can hold this. The losing fortification pop, though.
That was such a great death ward from Cast. He gets it up on the high ground. Clockwerk is already cogged in and can't really find a way out. He found the other kill immediately on the Skywrath, or not the Skywrath, sorry, on the what was the first kill there? The Lion, I think, yeah. Just very nice execution from Rave. Their movement is great. Now with the Blink Dagger and Axe, things are just going to get easier. I still think Roshan will be their next target, and then maybe the tier 1 mid after that. But it's really been, I want to say Rave has been perhaps the biggest surprise of the tournament out of anything. Their success and the failure of Newbie so far are probably the two biggest surprises in that regard. And they are really good.
This tournament, I don't know anything about Rave.
They are really good at moving across the map. They distribute their resources nicely. They're good at skirmishing. That's kind of been their style too. There's some teams that focus a lot on the 5-on-5 and pushing down towers and whatnot, but Rave are very, very good at taking the enemies by surprise. They also are very good at drafting for it. You can tell their lineup great for skirmishing. TA is good at finding kills with +1. Bristle is good. Axe is good. And they just make it work. They found 9 kills in 14 minutes. They have set the tone for the game with 5,000 gold lead against Vici Gaming, of all teams. They're looking really good. And heading toward the Roche pit now, I do believe. They have smoked up. Medallion, as mentioned,
they might. I think they might want to get a pick off first.
And they also have a mech on the Bristle.
Because there is the rocket. Yeah, you can use the rocket now to scout it out. Actually, this could be perfect timing. They're going to see the flare. It's going to run out very shortly as far as vision is concerned, and
Bristle is faking in mid. Once again, this distribution of resources is so damn good. Vici Gaming will think he's in front in mid and just creating, like, hoping for them to go on him, like it's just an obvious bait. But it's not. He's just distracting. It is a bait, but not the one Vici Gaming are expecting. Just look at how they're standing. They really want to wait for this push to come. They think Bristle is just shoving it in, but he's just wasting their time. There comes the rocket. Oh, maybe they're faking. Well, uh-oh.
We'll see. iceiceice is looking to perhaps initiate.
He's not gonna.
Don't think it's going to be in time. Ninja Buggy's doing a great job of blocking it off anyways. The Ancient Seal, probably Chrissy. There's a swap. Cogs are placed. iceiceice in the wrong place at the wrong time. Can they do enough damage to take him out? Even the Finger of Death wasn't nice with the Adventure Spirit. iceiceice gets the hookshot off onto Cast, but dies shortly after. Super pops the ult. Everybody forces everybody out. Black, it's going to be able to right click down the Witch Doctor with ease. 1-for-1 right now. Omni Slash going to do a decent amount of damage. Really good bounces, a lot of them on Axe, but in the end, the Juggernaut falls. So it's a 3-for-1 super on the run. He'll be okay. Aegis was picked up by Jo on the TA.
Man, Vici Gaming are really struggling with this Bristleback. He went mech first. They don't have good single target damage apart from they have the Skywrath ult, which they wanted to use on the Clockwerk's first target on the Witch Doctor. They kind of used it too late though. Then they didn't have that for Chrissy. The Omni Slash was not enough to take down the Axe either. Like, this Rave lineup is really not easy for Juggernaut to deal with. Omni Slash is really bad against TA. Omni Slash is really bad against Axe if he is in call. Else it's pretty good.
And he actually got really good bounces too, and it still wasn't even enough.
It was still
I think maybe one hit TA.
I think it also threw Vici Gaming off the swap coming in from bench. Very quick, right before iceiceice got the cogs up he wanted, so he ended up casting cogs in the wrong place.
He gets swapped out, I think.
Oh, no way.
There we go. Oh, he's going to die anyway, so a little bit too aggressive. There's the Culling Blade, finish off the Clockwerk. So 1-for-1 exchange. Axe, look at how fast he is. It is so dumb how fast he is. 490 move speed with that Culling Blade, successfully getting the kill, decapitating the Clockwerk.
Declockitating him.
This is a somewhat poor Lion. We've been seeing a lot of teams prioritize Lion's farm in order to get a quick Blink Dagger, and it has worked wonders, but right now Vici Gaming is, well, they're struggling for farm. I mean, the bottom two farmers in the game are the Witch Doctor and the Skywrath Mage. They're two supports.
And I want to say it's fairly uncharacteristic for Vici Gaming that FY and Fenrir are both not doing well.
Middle tower is under
They're one of the
attack.
best support duos in the world, and generally if one of them suffers, it's to make space for the other, but neither of them really has anything of value. We're 18 minutes in. The first treads will now get picked up by FY and the Skywrath Mage. Lion's still sitting on boots in the wall. So their supports are extremely starved. If you look at the net worth, they're way behind the others. As far as the top 4 farmers are, top 4 farmers go. Super will be number 1 because he hasn't died yet and has good CS, but the next 3 easily Rave with quite the gap down to especially iceiceice and the Clockwerk. Think about it. We're comparing iceiceice's Clockwerk. He was off lane, and so was the Bristle. Bristle is 5,000.
Oh my god.
That's a lot of money. Okay, it's actually 4,000, but still, it's
a lot of gold.
That's really a lot of
it's
gold.
getting
Think about
even more
what you could do in real life with 4,000 gold.
Well,
What would you buy if you had 4,000 gold?
No doubt.
4,000 gold of hookers.
That's high quality hookers.
Are we talking gold bars? Because that's a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, those are some really good
Man.
hookers. I mean, you can get anybody. You can get Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, she's my favorite hooker.
You can get Kate Upton. For that much gold, anybody will turn into a hooker, myself included.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. You have no integrity.
And my favorite woman of all time, as far as actors are concerned, Kate Beckinsale. Getting a little old, but
So are you.
exactly.
Dire's top tower is under
I'm just as
attack.
old as her, basically. Like
Dire's structures
50.
are fortified.
We have a smoke here by Rave. They have the swap available. Juggernaut, Omni Slash, with the Mask of Madness ready to go.
Radiant's bottom
They're
tower
biding their time.
is
He
under
is
attack.
all alone. This could be a
Radiant's
huge kill if they
structures
can
are
pull it off.
fortified.
Here it comes, Blink Dagger. Berserker's Call misses, actually. Black is able to get the Blade Fury off and just run away. That's surprising. I'm not sure. It looked like it was in range. Perhaps he cast it a tad too late. I'm not sure. I'd have to rewatch that.
Black is going to be happy with getting away from that. Had he died there, they might have had a shot at pushing the tier 2 mid, but...
And they would have kicked him from this team.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Like, do you think that's just a rumor? That's super weird because they've been doing
very
really
well.
well.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be many things, honestly. Or there's 2 options.
It could be many a two.
Okay, so what I mean is, obviously, either it's true or it's false. But if it's true, there could be many reasons for it being true. So, communication issues are
Racism.
one of the things being brought up. Racism has not really been brought up, but if you want to take
Let's
that
just put it out there.
Absolutely.
Well, I think
a
maybe
possibility.
communication. That would be the one that would make
Communication.
the most sense. But it hasn't been a problem. Like, what?
Can also be playstyle. Maybe they've had some disagreements about how to play, but they've just been so good that it hasn't mattered. And now when they're not completely dominating anymore, they've been really good lately, but perhaps not as good as they want it to be. There could be something about that that the playstyles don't really work out too well. But that's generally often something to do with communication. So I want to say if anything, it's probably that or just the. Not just in-game communication, but maybe also out-of-game communication. Perhaps it's hard for them to bond very well because he is, of course, a German player on a Chinese team. He has been learning some Chinese, but you don't just get fluent in Chinese in a year.
Sure you do.
So
No problem.
okay, I want that should be a show we should do. You learning Chinese, that could actually be pretty funny.
No. iceiceice is going to hook shot in onto Cass, and a finger of death will annihilate him. That's how great it was. Chrissy not able to get the kill, but he will back up. He is pursuing Black with that haste. Omni Slash is available, but with this much farm on Bristleback, he's not going to get the kill with a level 2 Omni Slash. He's doing a little bit of chip damage, forcing him back, but nothing will come of it in the end. Jo, Blink Dagger, Yasha, Axe, Blade Mail, Vanguard, and the Blink Dagger.
Witch Doctor, Tranquil Boots, 1 Sentry Ward, 1 Observer
Let me
Ward,
click on him real
Magic
quick.
1, 10 charges, 2 Town Portal Scrolls, empty inventory slot.
Vengeful Spirit, Earn,
Dire's top tower
Crinkles,
is
down the
under
court.
attack.
I feel like I just said that to Witch Doctor.
It's a different one. Believe
Radiant's
it or not.
bottom
Black.
tower
Oh, they're going to
is
see him. Is the Malik going to be enough?
Dire's top
Tower
tower
level 4 is placed on the dunk. Is there to finish him off. iceiceice is trying to Fogs. Axe got to lay him off.
My ears and I missed
Mystic
them
Flare.
already. Is anyone talking?
How dare you interrupt my play call?
I can't. Well, I genuinely lost my hearing, so I'm not sure if you were saying anything.
shot's gonna
Oh my
miss.
goodness! It hit.
It hit the creep.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What do you mean?
It actually, for a moment, looked like to me it did hit the Witch Doctor, but the creep did get in the way. So
When you have problems with your ears and your sight, then maybe you should, step down from the caster's role. Go back to playing.
yeah, that's gonna go well.
You don't need that. You don't need your senses to play as a professional player in Dota. Obviously.
Just need to
Oh, Lordy.
pick Juggernaut and A-click ground.
iceiceice has the battery assault going currently. He has the invis as well, so he's not too worried about going down to JO and company, which there is no company. He's all alone. Ninja Boogie. Level 11. This is going to be pretty big. The swap now, the range, pretty decent. It actually doesn't look that long, but promise you, it's an improvement.
Yep. 250 range is quite a bit. It's about a 33% increase on the level 1 swap, so nothing to scoff at.
iceiceice pops the invis, and he's going to walk away safely.
Roche is respawning in 20 seconds, by the way. Rave should have a pretty good idea that it's coming up. This is a fast respawn, by the way, so might not check it right away, but probably within the next minute, and their lineup is just way superior at taking Roche.
iceiceice just stalking JO creepily, and this is going to wear off not too long from now, actually.
He's going to blink out at the
TA
perfect
very quick.
time. Very
quick on the blink dagger. And
do you think he buys BK?
Blade Mail, is that going to kill FY? It's a 1-for-1, but oh man, that is...
He died to Blade Mail only?
Hilarious,
Dyer's
yes.
structures are fortified.
He didn't need to use the Arcane Bolt, but he just felt like it, and that's what killed him in the end. Super initiated by Chrissy. Viscous Nasal Glue stack. He's going to pop that ult. Omni Slash applied to JO, doing literally nothing. And now that the ult is over for someone going to try to wreck it to victory, but not is going to happen. Swap is down, as well as the magic missile. And they'll be happy with these 2 creep kills that they're going to get.
But what they did was they forced out Omni Slash, Stone Gaze, and they paid like ultimately nothing for it. They used Swap, which is almost ready again, so they're going to get this Roche for sure. There's no way Vici can test that without those 2 key ultimates of theirs. And they're going to fire a rocket. Well, maybe they can delay them, as that illusion of Vengeful is actually being quite detrimental to taking Roche. But here comes the Desolator, has arrived for JO. And quickly, the second rocket's going to do that. Get the Aegis on JO. I thought he might go for BKB. Playing against both a Lion and a Skywrath can be really frustrating as TA, but expecting the Vengeful swap to be able to keep him safe and sound, and of course the axe with the blink call can also create a lot of... can give him time to get out of harm's way and turn.
Whoa! Saint Yasha on Jug. I was not expecting this.
No, I mean, I don't.
You're never a fan. We don't need to hear it again. Let's hear the lecture. Well, Saint Yasha, it's kind of... It's a defensive and an offensive item at the same time. It gives you decent stats, but... It's not great in any department. It's good, but it's not great. And I just missed the kill. Damn it, Cinderin! Was that the Blade Mail again? Nah, he was calling.
We will never know, Suns fan, because you were busy doing the most useless interpretation of my words I have ever heard.
The reason...
But it was actually pretty close to what I usually say.
The reason that we missed that kill is because for some reason I felt like looking in Cinderin's eyes while saying it.
I didn't even notice.
And he didn't even notice, so it was all lost.
Yes.
Bristleback now has a Sange, so in all likelihood will be an SNY as well.
I think it's going to be a Halberd for him.
Okay. I would like to see a Halberd.
It's really good against Medusa because Medusa generally doesn't get BKB. Sometimes she has to, but in this game I don't think she will. So the disarm is very nice to get on the Bristle. The evasion as well is often, and I won't say it's an overlooked aspect of Halberd, but people focus mostly on the disarm. But 25% evasion is really good as well, so worth keeping that in mind, and a great item pickup for Bristle in general, of course. Does work a little bit against his quills, the automated quills, because if the enemy misses, he doesn't take damage, and then the quills don't pop out, but I don't think dealing damage is going to be Rave's problem with this draft right now, so...
Well,
I like that choice a lot.
Scotty on super now.
As for Sanjin Yasha...
Yes? Oh, no.
It's...
I mean, no. I didn't mean to say yes.
Okay, so the only thing I wanted to say about that is I think Black needs to be more ambitious with his build. I don't think it's enough. He needs to think bigger. Sanjin Yasha is going to be okay for now, but...
another Saint Yasha.
Yeah, he should have bought 2 at once for the same money. Then it would have been good.
Okay.
If they had, like, if the shopkeeper had a discount...
That's an interesting idea. Certain time of the day, or if you're down by so much, you're like, you know what? Let's just give half off all items.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's the real rubber band effect, ladies and gentlemen. Super gonna put out a Mystic Snake. He's gonna get initiated with the Blade Mail and Berserker's Call of Axe. Doing almost no damage at the moment. He's gonna pop the Stone Gate any second now. There's the Death Ward doing a lot of damage. Now Super on the run. He turns Axe and JO to stone, and looks like JO's gonna fall, but that is Aegis of the Immortal. Bringing it back to life. iceiceice Ice stuck in a decently terrible position, which makes no sense when it's
God,
down finger of death did a ton of damage. Cox
Nice.
sticks Chrissy and Ryo in there with a beautiful impale. Black is actually going to get the right click stop. Chrissy on the run. He's going to end up getting sheeped. He's extremely fast with the hits going to run out. And Scott is going to ensure that he stands still. So 4 dead in favor of Vici Gaming. All they lose is iceiceice, who sacrificed his body, his soul, his testicles.
I really don't know why Rave decided to go for that. They were behind a tier 2 tower. They dove onto Medusa, who has Manta and Scotty. This is an extremely difficult kill. And they tried going for it instead of just standing on range, hitting the tower with the Templar Assassin, and even the Bristle could just go. If Vici Gaming initiate the fight, they can't. It's almost impossible to imagine them winning it, right? How are they going to initiate into the swap, into the Crimson Guard, into the mech, and X to just counter-initiate with a call? They cannot go in on them. But if Rave decide to dive behind the tier 2 tower like that, all of a sudden they get a good Stone Gaze off. They get to do a lot of damage over time next to the tower and just play way more defensively and get their abilities off in a nice way. And that was a huge loss.
Yeah, 3 towers almost.
They lost their entire lead with 1 play call. And that was not a small lead.
Jo looking for the kill on FY. Has a double null talisman. Not sure why that's relevant. We're going to say it anyway. Kill onto Jo. He's going to take a Mystic Flare. Just rips through his refraction, and down he goes again. Cast on the run. Everybody for Rave Gaming on the run. Berserker's Call initiation with Blade Mail yet again, but he is all alone. Down goes Witch Doctor. And this is, I don't know what is going on right now, but this is not good for Rave, to say the least. Looks like Axe will be the next to fall. Next on the list is the Vengeful Spirit, slowed by that Scottied Medusa. That is 4 kills. The lone survivor is Chrissy. This is going to be a tough kill if they can even catch up.
They're not getting this one. Black doesn't have mana for Omni Slash. No, it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, but he has St. Joshua.
Yeah, so does Bristle.
They counter each other.
I really thought he was going to go for the Halberd, though. I still feel like it would have been a very nice choice to solve the problem. Dusa is being really annoying. And just that Halberd lock is nice. At the end of the day, though, Rave has just thrown the game away in 3 minutes.
Look at this. Oh my.
They have just lost the entire game in 3 minutes. This is... I think this is the most costly series of mistakes I've seen in, maybe apart from early today when LGD won after being 20,000 gold behind against Vici Gaming, as a matter of fact. Vici had a really devastating loss earlier today where they played a great early mid-game and then they ended up throwing it away against, guess what, a Medusa. And they also tried to kill off the Medusa in the front line.
It is extremely hard to play against a Medusa, though. I mean, how do you do it? Like, what do you need to do in that situation?
They need to activate their Crimson Guard and hit tower. Because Medusa's split shot.
Base gaming.
Yeah, Medusa's split shot. She doesn't have damage yet. I mean, look at her items. She has invested so much money into items, but the one thing she really does get out of it is tankability. But she her hits are really weak still. You pop Crimson Guard, you go with the TA with Aegis, you hit the tower, Venge stands back, Axe stands back. If Vici engaged, you counter engage with swap and call. If they don't, you get the tower, and then you do it for the next tower, and the next tower, and then when you feel like you go high ground. But they got way too aggressive and greedy. Then they lost 4 heroes. Then afterwards they get caught out, lose 3 or 4 heroes again. And we have seen a 12,000 gold swing in 3 minutes for Vici. Man.
Let's look at these graphs again in a second. We might have an issue machine. iceiceice trying to work with Chrissy. Oh, good swap in. iceiceice gets 4-step by himself.
Really good.
And dismantled, destroyed, rickrolled in the face. It's tied 18 to 18, but obviously that doesn't tell the story. Let's take a gander at the graphs.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So 5,000 gold lead, 7,500 experience lead for Vici Gaming at the moment. And when you have a Medusa on your team, that's probably going to snowball.
Yeah, he's going to get a damage item soon. Is that a full butterfly? Oh boy.
Is it?
Man, they have really just missed the... what I want to call a fairly easy timing window.
They horsed it up.
It was, yeah, to say. They really stepped in a pile of horse dung and all slipped.
I don't like dung. Oh, you gotta be more descriptive than that.
Poop.
No, that's better, but no. Barely.
A pile of brown sausage.
What the fuck? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you like that one, huh?
Yeah, that was it's original at least. FY, I think he's going for a Rod of Atos with that Vitality booster at the moment. Actually, how much gold does he have? He can finish it here in about now. In about now.
Funk Soul, brother.
Clockwerk steals a creep. in the Ancients with that rocket flare.
Okay.
Black himself has an eagle song, so that's in all likelihood going to be a butterfly as well.
Yeah, so here comes phase 2 for Rave. They missed their opportunity, so now they're going to need to deal with this team late game. There's 2 butterflies coming out for Vici Gaming, so they're going to absolutely have to get MKB on probably the TA, but she is now in a position where she needs a defensive item because Vici Gaming are starting to get so much damage out that she will need the BKB to avoid all the stuns and the silence.
It could be an SNY. I know what you would love that.
Yeah. SNY is good, but it's not great. No, there is absolutely no way she gets that.
Chance.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Man, they've got to have this sour taste in their mouth after everything just worked out really well. They've played such a good early mid game, then they make a couple bad decisions, and they obviously can't see the graphs like we can, but they've got to be feeling how much they threw away and how they need to play now. And they are under so much pressure that I honestly don't know, in terms of player mentality, if they can come back from this.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be a rough road. Of course, both these teams, like we've talked about, I said both twice. Let me start over. Both teams are 4-2 in the group stage currently. Remember, the bottom 4 of the group stage will be eliminated from the tournament. And then the next 4, meaning 9 through 12, will go to the lower bracket of the main. We see Black farming with the SNY.
Dota 2 is an action
Dire's bottom tower
real-time
is under
strategy
attack.
game.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's thinking. I would say real-time strategy.
Roll-time strategy.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Well, we do get the tier 2 tower. Medusa will be claiming that. They might try. Do they have a smoke
Radiant's
on
top
any of
tower
their
is
heroes
under
by chance?
attack.
Lion does have one, so this is not the worst position for Vici Gaming to smoke in, but maybe they don't even need it. Oh, is Chrissy she's just going to run into them. Oh, wait, okay. Oh, no, it's Chrissy. Well, he runs away anyway, so.
Blink on Lion, instant initiation possibilities with the Ghost Scepter as well for defensive capabilities, and this is a cheese ace.
Is this, yeah, they're in scores. They're going to be too high.
If they fight, this could be the end.
This is really not a good idea, Rave.
Well,
come on, guys, let's go. Oh shit, I've got...
Whoa, where the hell did he go? He hit a bunch of crits. He really wants to farm right now. Mystic Flare not going to do enough damage to take out Chrissy. Vengeful Spirit swaps out, will die shortly after. They're going to get a trade kill though, 2 for 1 so far. Super still has the ultimate to work with, but of course, actually goes through BKB. I'm not sure why he's not using it. He gets Berserker called. Is this going to be enough damage to take anything out? Death Ward placement, really good placement. Axe gets destroyed and dismantled. Witch Doctor soon after. It's a 2 for 2 overall. Iceiceice's initiation on the creeps worked out. Jo can buy BKB at base.
Did it also look to you like Iceiceice just flew right through? Like the hook flew through the bristle?
He's like, hey, see ya.
Okay, so that went better for Rave than I thought it would. They went into the fight, they got off to a bad start. The BKB of Bristle bought him a lot of time though. Oh, here we go, Jo with his BKB that he just saw.
He's just standing there. He has the Aegis. 60 seconds left on his cooldown.
Oh, this is going to be really good for Rave. He's gone super. They're going to get Iceiceice before he comes back up.
Iceiceice missed the double blade. Does not work.
This doesn't matter. Super is not known. He didn't manage to get Mana Shield on.
It wouldn't have mattered.
He gets it on now.
Wouldn't have mattered.
It would have mattered.
Okay, he would have
done a little more damage.
6 more seconds.
You think that much?
Yeah.
Still, I didn't get to catch in that fight before how Jo got 2 kills on the 2 supports. I think he got them in 1 shot. I think that was like an AWP double kill right there.
It's called AWP nowadays.
It's called AWP if you're a ghetto CSGO hipster like me. Well, you're probably more CS hipster. Did I say CSGO hipster? Does that even exist yet? Oh, you're definitely a CS
hipster of every...
Yeah. Oh, that was bad. I could have delivered that joke better.
It's okay. We can just.
It wasn't a joke, so it didn't need to be delivered.
We can do it in a different cast.
You're a CS hipster though, right? Are you a hipster?
No, I'm not a hipster. I'm just old school.
Okay, so anyone who says that is no. I agree. I believe you. But you did correct my AWP and said it's called
Radiant's middle tower
That's what it's called.
It's 3 letters. It's
actually an AWM. Did you know that? They changed it, and everybody has refused.
And the M is for Magnum.
Yeah, I don't know if in CS:GO it's still like that. I know in 1.6 in Source they changed it to AWM, and nobody calls it that. It's still an op.
What did the P stand for?
Pistol.
Who in their right mind would call that a pistol?
I just made that up. I have no idea.
So you would.
I can't remember what it was actually.
I could understand if you would call it a rifle. But that does not begin with P.
Or
A-W Pifle. Oh,
2K gold on Bristleback. What can they do to come back in this game? Is there anything?
Well, they kind of just did, actually. I think Vici Gaming overextended a little bit on that push, and sure, they still have a gold lead, but they lost the Aegis, they lost the fight, and TA is starting to hit really hard. The MKB is coming up in not too long. Bristleback will probably be finding a damage item for himself, too. And these multiple BKBs they've managed to acquire, one on TA, one on Bristle, and now one on Axe 2. All of them 9 seconds remaining.
Ooh, they're gonna see
a lot
Axe.
of oh! Okay, well, they found Ninja Boogie instead, so... Consolation kill?
Yeah, don't take that. That's fine.
Jason needs to be careful. He doesn't have to pop his BKB. Does he? This is still 70 seconds on Ninja Boogie, who bought back in his last death. So... This is a 70-second window.
Cheese on Medusa. This is the second life.
Oh, yeah, they didn't use the cheese. Okay, that is a pretty big problem. Forgot about that. Black was carrying it. Has given it over to Super Stuza.
Percy getting slowed continuously. Super split-shotting to his heart's content. Still has that stone gaze to work with. This tower, at the very least, is dead. Fortification.
They're going to have to keep them alive. If they fight now, they probably lose the game.
And eventually, Spirit down for another 40 seconds. Crimson Guard plays on only himself. They should just give this up. Maybe just do a little bit of damage, but they gotta be careful. The initiation possibility are there for iceiceice. They're gonna pop fortification. Indication that they perhaps want to defend this. Medusa, very healthy. Very healthy woman. Has the cheese as well. Yes. Now he goes in as Axe with the blade. That's so much damage. Super in the meantime, we're seeing iceiceice. Initiate on the cast. Look at the damage with that stone. Oh my god. Even Chris is taking a lot of damage. He's attempting to run away. Is that going to be enough? Indeed, the arcane bolt and the right clicks. The initiation after the Rax was taken out did not work in Rave's favor. They have a couple buybacks in the making. Chrissy going to reinitiate back in to swap an iceiceice. They're finally going to take him out. Super still has the cheese, will in all likelihood use it. Doesn't even fill his full mana pool. That just shows how many stats this guy has. Skywrath Mage, Lion on the run. Chrissy is silenced at the moment. They're going to focus their efforts on Super. Super might be able to take out the Vengeful Spirit. He can get a little bit closer. The trap's going to slow him. And down he goes finally.
Wow,
Fenrir really wanted to defend the honor of his lady. Despite how disgusting that face of Medusa looks, he sacrifices his life. So they lose 4, but it did cost a couple buybacks. They get full Rax mid.
Does Caudle have a voice line for Dusa?
You're hideous. I wouldn't hit that in a million years. I'm not sure. I don't know any of the voice lines for Caudle.
Well, they're going to force some buybacks out of Vici Gaming, that's for sure. They're going to have to at least buy back the Medusa. I think that's going to be enough, actually. And it looks like that's their verdict, too. Not buying back the Lion or the Juggernaut, who's going to be living in the moment. And this will force Rave to only get the tier 2 top. They're still missing their Axe, who's a really important part of their team fight. Now, if Roshan had respawned now, which he couldn't potentially do, but if he had, that would have been a really good moment for Rave. But the problem is now Vici Gaming is probably not interested in pushing Rave's base until
Black, he's gonna find him! He doesn't even need the Omni Slash. He gets the... Actually, I don't know if there was a bash or not. I can't tell. I don't think there was because I didn't see the cooldown apply to Skull Bash. Either way, he gets the kill. Poor Witch Doctor. 60 seconds
out
on
for
the deck.
a minute. Do Vici Gaming push now?
Did you say Witchy?
Did I?
I don't know.
Witchy Gaming. Well, I was thinking Witch Doctor because he was dead. So maybe because of that I say Witchy Gaming.
Witchy woman. Got a couple wards now. Vengeful Spirit's gonna not pick them up.
That's a pretty cool courier.
Yeah, I like the purple effect. That is unique.
It's a mimic. Looks like a mimic.
It's the Champion's purple prismatic gem.
Okay.
Oh, man.
What's that?
The headphones that we're using are just... They crush your skull.
Oh, I just thought there was something about that Champion's gem that just really...
It just happened to be at that time that my ears started hurting.
Okay, super. Man, he is so insanely tanky. Okay, Fenrir wanted to go for an Impale there, didn't he?
Super.
Oh, iceiceice.
Iceiceice.
Say some more names. We're football commentators.
Fenrir. Soccer. Black.
Observer Ward.
Well, they defend the honor of their tower, which is extremely low at this point.
And the tower itself.
And the tower itself.
Yeah, when's Roche? We're going to know in about
very shortly.
10 seconds.
Boom, there it goes.
The teams will obviously not know, but they're probably just going to control the area. Let's see when...
Control.
Wow, that's a really quick respawn.
20 seconds
remaining.
The unfortunate thing for Rave is they do not have a trap in here. Not sure if it was
That's a good point.
de-warded. I don't know if de-warded is the right word, but if it was killed via sentries or something.
But I think they're going to go check there anyway.
Yeah, well,
They'll
VG,
have to
They
check.
have the rocket always available to them as well.
Not sending it out as Roche will now respawn back in his
But
cave.
this is the thing. Like, we've talked about this before. Rave, they can take this out in T-minus 10 seconds if they really want to. They're going to see it. The question is, do they want to go for it right away? And with Vici Gaming in mid lane, the answer is yes. Let's look at the negative armor. Negative 22 armor, and that's with 0 goos applied. And that was T-minus 10 seconds.
Yeah. Goodbye, Roche.
My
Roshan
goodness.
has
Thanks for the
fallen to
food,
the
says
darkness.
Chrissy. Thanks for the shield, says Templar Assassin.
See, they have
And-
really good heroes for these. I'm not gonna say I hate it. It's just unfortunate when you have like a core hero picking up an Aegis that really can't utilize it to the highest degree. Like, I can't stand seeing Lycan with an Aegis, for example. I know it's not the worst, but it's not ideal. Bristleback with Cheese is amazing. TA with Aegis is amazing.
Yeah.
Cooldowns are extremely low.
Yep.
Juggernaut picks up Abyssal Blade. Yep. This is Perk. It'll be Smirch. Can you tell my voice is deeper than the first day? Lowest you can go.
Yes,
The thing about this Vengeful Spirit set,
You're all about the base. No treble.
she always looks like she has double damage. Like, what does she look like when she actually has it?
She's glowing blue. Right now, she's not glowing blue.
She kind of is glowing blue.
Oh, I see what you mean.
No, okay, I'm looking. Your graphics suck.
What?
You have it on low or
can I see
something?
it? No, well, I haven't set this
Okay,
computer
look
up.
at
so I don't know.
Wenchwell Spirit.
It's the same over here. The gamma is just bad.
Okay, the gamma's bad. You
Yeah.
heard it here first. Actually, the funny thing about that computer, I was using it earlier because Zyra was on this computer when I was casting with him, and the settings were on low.
Really?
And I was like, this is Syndren's doing.
I didn't-
He likes playing Minecraft Dota 2.
What are you talking about? That's a thing of the past.
I guess that's...
Okay, here we go.
Whoa!
This is something that takes me back to ESL 1 New York, where we had a very close grand final game in which the Force Staffs and the Ethereal Blade usage of FY and Fenrir really won the game. He doesn't have Force Staff this time around, neither does Lion. But E-Blade on Skywrath is a very good item. First of all, his int is very high, so the blade itself deals a lot of damage if he wants to do that, but it's just as much about the defensive capabilities that, let's say the axe gets a call on the Juggernaut, for example. They just E-Blade him, and there is no way Ray's lineup kills him. They're all about the physical damage. So, very nice pickup. I want to say it's the most utility he can get for his money right now. Maybe even better than an Axe.
There is actually a way to do considerable damage. Psyblades, I believe, deal pure damage. In fact.
I don't think they hit Ghost Scepter.
What? Really?
I don't think they hit Ghost Scepter.
Why wouldn't they?
Because it's a physical type attack. You also can't OD Orb attack a Ghost Sceptered hero. And I think they work in the same way. The spell damage is pure, but also toggled as a physical
Pure
ability.
garbage if it doesn't do that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it doesn't work
How
that. I could
confident
be
are you?
wrong.
What's the percentage on your confidence?
It's actually not that high.
So, like 80%?
4.
What?
I don't know.
Alright, well,
It's one of those mechanics that might have actually been changed, but I'm fairly... I want to say 80% at least, that you don't spill
So
over.
I was right, 80%.
I said at least. I didn't say exactly, okay? I'm not going to agree with you.
You remember
81.
that one bug? Actually, I don't know if it was a bug, if it was just a feature that they just got rid of, where if you Psyblades illusions, since it does extra damage to illusions, like they take 400%, you can actually get like a one-shot on multiple heroes with the Psyblades. Do you remember that?
What's that? One more time? Okay, sorry, because I'm actually trying to check with the chat to see, because generally there's a... Okay, Psyblades is treated as cleave, someone says. So...
Okay.
You can use that for what you want.
Thanks for checking chat for me, Cinder.
Okay.
I really appreciate it.
Okay, well, it doesn't look like there's a general consensus that I was wrong, so I'm going to assume I was right.
Well, there's not going to be one way or the other, I don't think. People are not going to be too confident. That's a weird interaction.
Yeah, it is a weird one. And it's also not necessarily intuitive anyway, because even if you have other abilities that work similarly, sometimes there's some odd ones out. But
yeah, we'll see soon enough, I suppose.
Maybe.
MKB now on Super. He is, I guess, technically 4-slotted. He'll eventually get the Boots of Travel, but before that... Actually, he might get the Boots of Travel next, because he want an Aegis spot, since... although the Aegis right now obviously is on Rave. See if they can use it. There's about a minute left on the Roche. There's about a minute left on the Aegis. Of course, the cheese is still available for Bristol Black. They're desperate to do this.
Oh, this could be a really good flank
on
move.
Chrissy.
I like that they give it to him instead of the TA, because I think the TA will be killed once.
Oh, here we go. The swap on the Super. Can they take it out before anything happens? Jail. Stuck in the cons. Cast gets the ultimate off. Medusa falls to the ground. 113 seconds on the deck. iceiceice is going to be solo can get away. The stun at the last moment taking him out. Jail getting bashed with the Abyssal Blade. Black just tears through, but that is the Aegis of the Immortal. Finger of Death applied to the back of Chrissy. Not exactly what you want. Takes a lot of damage. Almost kills Lion in the process, but he's going to take a ton of right clicks on top of that. A 3 for 3 overall. Jail and Ninja Boogie, the last to survive on their team. They're attempting to go for Black. I don't think they can do this. Somebody bought back. That is the axe. Here he comes.
Oh,
Mr. The Battle Hunter's applied. Jayo still has a trap. Doesn't go to the... Okay, well, Fenrir, he's going to sacrifice his life.
The creature can see the sideways work.
Okay.
Okay, they didn't work. But the Meld Strike did when he got out of Ghost Hunter.
That wasn't side blades.
No, I have no idea. I didn't get to see it in the fight.
Because it probably didn't happen.
It might have happened.
All right, so that was... Let's look at the
They blew up the Dusa. That was incredible. They actually killed her before Stone Gaze turned any of them to stone. That was...
Cool. Did she get it off?
Yeah, she did cast it toward the end. She manted, and then she got it off, but she still died to Culling Blade.
That was a 4 for 4. Axe bot back.
Yeah. Fairly even trade, but still just a... I don't even want to... That wasn't even that much of a power demonstration of Rave, come to think of it. They lost Aegis and Cheese, so they barely got 4 for 4 when they one-shot the Dusa. And that's because when they focus everything onto him, we haven't talked so much about Black, but he's getting really strong on the Juggernaut. Don't underestimate this hero in late game. Of course, Ghost Scepter is a great counter, but once they are down, he is critting really hard. He's critting very frequently, and Omni Slash will make quick work of the supports if their Ghost Scepters are down. So he's almost full. He can replace the Aquila with probably a Scotty would be something to consider, and then the Mask of Madness into a secondary damage item, or should he need it, some sort of survivability item. But if he gets the Scotty, I don't even think that's going to be an issue. So this game is still completely open to both teams. 7,500 gold lead for the Radiant, but an XP lead for the Dire. Still want to say the gold is more important.
I mean, that was the best initiation you can think of for Rave. That's best case scenario. There was a really good counter initiation from iceiceice, canceling the Death Ward after, I think it lasted only a couple seconds, so there's opportunity for a better Death Ward in the future.
I want to say the best case scenario is that they kill Black first.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's more valuable. Even though the Deuce is starting to hit hard, but she's missing a damage item, so one more. Then I would agree they probably have to go on her first. But if they can kill Black really quickly, they can probably snowball it into finding 1 or 2 supports and then finish Dusa last. It's the classic way of dealing with Medusa lineups late game is if you can somehow control her, but not focus her, and go on the others. So say you get both Black and Super in a call, which is not that likely. But if you do that, you kill down Black, Super is controlled, you go on a support. Then you keep Super locked down with Cask, with Venge Stun. You can even swap if it's necessary to get him out of position. All that kind of stuff. Maybe you find another kill or 2.
Look at this damage on TA.
And then you take her last.
Daedalus now picked up along with the MKB.
Goodness.
And
It's
Deso.
really hard.
She is hitting it very hard. I mean, the only defensive item she has is a 7-second BKB. Has to be well timed. And of course, keep in mind that Stone Gaze will work completely through that. Black and Company.
Oh boy. They're going to go for the high ground. This is a pretty ballsy play.
She's going to be up in about a minute and a half.
Yes. Getting caught out.
Beautiful swap. Ninja Boogie's going to sacrifice his life yet again. He can be caught a little bit premature by the axe. iceiceice looks like he's going to fall for his trouble. Actually, he's going to run away, at least for now. Nope. Not going to last too long. Rich Doctor getting right-click over and over. By Super. Missed the great call. Finish him off. Call on a couple heroes. Ryo's the choice. Finger of Death is going to help finish him off. Jayo on the run. Oh my god, it doesn't even matter. The BKB does nothing for you against the right clicks of Black. Chrissy at half health. They're going to focus on the buildings now. It is a 1-for-4 with 1 buyback on Witch Doctor, but he's already used his ultimate.
They're probably going to be able to end the game right here. That fight went so well for Richie Gaming. Got the initiation they were looking for. They're going to call the GG. They cannot deal with this amount of brute force damage. They will be able to take it. Black once again, kind of not really controlled in that fight. Clockwerk creating a lot of space with the hookshot into the cogs, and I want to say, most importantly, they got the opener that forced a swap, that got Venge in trouble. Venge dies. The hero Venge saved initially was not really able to commit too early on in the fight again, and that just means you lose the Venge. The hero Venge saves is not in fighting shape. 3 on 5. And then Black got anomaly